Oh, hi, honey. Oh, we're going to a steakhouse tonight? Okay, I'll see you then. I don't know how to order steaks. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. If you haven't watched my video on restaurant English, click here. For today's episode, we're going to talk about everything about steaks. From the labels to the cuts to how do you want your steak cooked. All those questions is going to be answered in this video. And if you are one of my patrons on Patreon, you're going to get your script on my Patreon page. So do go check my Patreon page. I'm very excited about today's video. So like this video, feel free to share with your friends and family as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do hit that notification bell so you get a notice every time I upload a video and be a part of the family. Welcome. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the labels. So here in America, there's a government department called the US Department of Agriculture. USDA has 3 labels for their steaks. One is USDA Prime, one is USDA Choice, and then you have USDA Select. USDA Prime means that this is the best quality beef on the market. And then USDA Choice means it's better quality. And USDA Select means it's edible. So you might want to go with the choice and up. And another thing you need to know is marbling. The premium steaks or better quality steaks has more marbling. 纹路就是相当于是肥肉和瘦肉相间。And USDA Choice meat has moderate marbling. USDA Select has little or no marbling. Then now let's move on to the most confusing things is the cuts. Cuts of steaks. That means those steaks come from different parts of the cow. Okay, number one, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people has heard of it, Filet Mignon. Filet Mignon, 菲力牛排. Accordingly, that is supposed to be the most tender tasting steak out there. So Filet Mignon, this part of meat comes from the smallest part of the tenderloin and accordingly is the least used muscle of a cow. They don't use that part of the muscle, so that's why it's more tender and juicy. Another one is, one of the most popular one is ribeye, ribeye steak. 牛脊肉，我又查了有道，然后网上说是牛脊肉，可能是里脊，但是它其实是肋骨那一块，牛肋骨那一块的肉。Short ribs 是排骨嘛，然后 ribs 就是骨头那一块的牛排，ribeye steak. And then for ribeyes, there's a lot of choices. There's boneless and bone-in. So if you want boneless, that means the steak comes just a piece of meat, and then bone-in, it comes with the bone on it. So for ribeye, this specific cut of steak that was really popular is called tomahawk. So tomahawk, I'll put a picture right here. It's a big giant ribeye, comes with a long bone. And now let's move on to New York strip. New York strip. It's also known as Kansas City strip. I think I look it up online. I think the UK might call it sirloin. And I hear in America, in the market, if you're going to buy steak in the grocery store, a lot of times it's labeled as sirloin as well, just so you know you're getting your New York strip if you're getting a sirloin. So sirloin, New York strip, Kansas City, all the same thing. Why is it 2 city name attached to it? So I look it up online. It's originally, this cut of steak is from the butchering house in Kansas City. And then the New York chef said, who would want a premium fancy steak from Kansas City? So they renamed it New York strip. That's why you have your New York strip and then you have your Kansas City strip. So they're all the same thing. Sirloin 中文是西冷牛排、沙朗牛排，所以我觉得可能也能帮助到大家，就是说在选择的时候，然后知道是西冷牛排、沙朗牛排。And then you have your T-bone and porterhouse. It comes with a T-shaped bone. So T-bone or porterhouse is a T-shaped bone with 2 types of steak on it. So there's filet mignon on one side and New York strip on the other side. So those are the 4 type of cuts that's most commonly seen on the menu at a steakhouse. So if you know this 4, I think you'll be fine. Just choose the one that you like the most. Personally, I really like ribeye. Another 2 words that I think is worth mentioning, one is veal. That means baby cows. I actually think it's really cruel to eat baby cows. If you really think about it, eating meat is cruel itself. So it's great if you're a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for 2 years and then I stopped. I still feel like that one day I do want to become a vegetarian again. But I haven't made that decision yet. But I'll let you know when I do make that decision. Okay, another word is wagyu or Kobe wagyu beef. 神户牛肉，我们都知道嘛。然后，神户牛肉它并不是一种 cut。Wagyu beef is not a type of cuts, it's a type of cow. So here, I think a lot of restaurants you'll see American Wagyu beef or American Wagyu. That means that they actually imported Wagyu cow from Kobe, Japan. Now, let's move on to the most important question. How would you like your steak cooked? How would you like your steak? 您的牛肉想要几分熟? So I'm going to break it down for you to make it easy. There's 5 choices: rare, medium, medium well, and well done. I'll insert a picture here so it's easier to understand. Rare means that it's barely cooked, just a little bit on both sides. Most of the meat is still red. And then medium rare is my personal favorite. So medium rare means that only 50% of the meat are still red. And then you have medium. Medium means that only 25% of the meat are still red or pink. And then you have medium well. That means there's no raw part anymore, there's no rare part anymore. Most of the meat are either cooked or still a little bit pink. So if you really don't like anything rare, you can go with medium well. And then you have your well done steak. I really don't recommend it. You don't feel the tenderness anymore. And those are it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it really helps with you going to a steakhouse and ordering steaks. So don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!